Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We are going to get started here right after you hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. I am Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. We are doing today single zodiac signs ghosted. That's right. The worst feeling possible in the United States or America. It is the worst feeling possible. I don't know how else to explain it. It literally, physically, and emotionally, it addresses you and in all the wrong ways, in all the ways that you don't want it to. So we are going to do a little tarot card reading that might make you feel a little bit better due to your zodiac sign. We're going to carry out this tarot card reading. We're going to find out the reason for the ghosting, a little bit about you, a little bit about them, and what it is that you should know, and maybe some things that you can do to make yourself feel better from this ghosting. Now, there will be a potential outcome. So don't hate me. Don't hate me if you don't like it. I'm sorry. This is just going to be straightforward to the fucking point because ghosting is so disgusting and we don't like it. I literally am just going to get through these as quickly as possible. I was requested some type of ghosting or some type of relationship tarot cards. Trying to figure out if somebody's a booty call or just like going to be ghosted or breadcrumbed, whatever. I'm a pro at all of these things. So I will help you. I'm going to help you. All right. So I want you to know that there are links in the description box. Those are social media links. I want you to go check them out and share, like, and follow if you would, please. And thank you. Other than that, we are going to get started. All right. So ghosting is something that people do all the way from like a week after you meet or even like a couple hours after you meet, all the way up into like years of being with somebody. They'll literally just shut the lights out. It's over. All she wrote. Carry it out. Stroke, you're in the hospital, you're not sure what happened. And you know what? You never fucking will know because they're a ghost. And again, the word for the ghost is actually coward or somebody who is not willing to be brave enough to be uncomfortable with your discomfort. Hey, I don't want to date you anymore. It's not that hard. Just do it. Anyway, all right. So it does not matter how long you've been with an individual, they can ghost you. And it'll be more painful to others than it will to, this guy over here. Some people actually lack a little self-confidence. Some people have a lot. So the people that have a lot of self-confidence, it hurts less because the chemical that they run through the body when you're getting ghosted, that's a lot. It's a lot of the chemical and it makes you feel better. It's actually like a pain reliever. So the person with less confidence, the person who is upset about this ghosting is going to be somebody who has a little bit less of a self-confidence, which is not a bad thing. It's just where you are. And basically what carries through the body is the chemical. No, the chemical is less. So the chemical that runs through your body that is a pain reliever is less in the person with a little bit lower self-confidence. So it's going to be a little more painful. And yeah, it's physically painful. It's not just emotional. It's fucking physical and it sucks. All right. We're going to get started. We're going to start out with our Aries zodiac sign. We're going to find out again why there is a ghosting situation, you and them. And we'll go from there. All righty. Here we go. Seven of Pentacles that is upright, 4 of Pentacles upright. And we got our Queen of Pentacles that is in reverse. So I'm going to go off and say that this is probably an earth sign that you're dealing with, Aries. As far as you were kind of like wanting to work really hard on this relationship and you were definitely kind of like looking at it and checking it out and trying to understand if you even wanted to be in it. You're pretty close to almost like the end of this relationship even. You're kind of wondering, if this were to end or what's next, like what could you do next? And you're definitely wanting to just make sure that everything was kind of on point. And you just you want information or something specifically when it comes to this relationship. But they're kind of mean, they're kind of stubborn, and they're definitely going to be stagnant, okay? And they make this relationship really fucking confusing. And again, they can be an air sign. They could even be just the Capricorn in general. They're just really kind of a control freak anyway. So it's almost like you just want to get your basics down. You just want to make sure everything's good to go. You're trying to work on this. You're trying to evaluate the situation. But this individual is just kind of like a freak about it. And they're like kind of vicious about it. And they're just wanting to control the situation. So you're like, well, what do you want me to do? All right. So let's find out why it is that they ghosted you. Because they ghosted you because there was a lot of information that they were not able to control. Okay. And again, you were just like, hey, what's next in this relationship? And they were like, bye-bye earth sign. Okay. I don't mean to make that sound so cruel, but that's what it is. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, that is in reverse. So this is a person who cannot love because they don't love themselves. Not in the way that you would love them. You love them in a specific way, but they're not even on that hype. Okay. They're not on that level. And their self-care is to like another degree of none. Okay. They don't fucking take care of themselves. They don't take care of themselves physically, emotionally, and they're just not in that place where they're loving themselves. And when it comes to a person like this, they're definitely going to be, it felt mean. This felt mean. But what's so fucked up about this situation is the way that you're feeling is actually the way that they feel about themselves. I don't know. It's pretty horrendous. Pretty horrendous, Earth sign. Okay. So we've got our Four of Swords that is upright. Our King of Wands that is upright, and a potential outcome. Okay. All right. So to feel better or kind of get away from this, just like take your mind off some things, is just try to gain some clarity here. We got this King of Wands that is upright. This is definitely just showing that you really need to be daring. Be a little more daring with yourself. Try to lead yourself into this, out of this relationship and out of this feeling. Try to make sure that when it comes to focus, your focus is right on you, because the relationship is no longer there to focus on. Even if he comes back or this ghost comes back, he's like, hi, remember me? Sorry about that. I was just like, I lost my phone. No, you fucking didn't. You didn't lose your fucking phone. You didn't lose your phone. You actually just ran off like an asshole. That's what you did. Okay, Earth sign? I'm sorry. Just getting very, very passionate in this reading. They're stubborn as fuck, so it might be a minute till they come back anyway. So make sure that your love is deep for you. Fuck them. You need the love, Aries. Fuck them. Fuck them. Say fuck them. Okay, and then move on. All right, so find some focus. There's a whole picture here. There's a whole lot of things, and you really need to understand that there's so many more things here than what it is. It's not about you, though. And it's always said, like, what is that movie? What is that movie? It's not about you. Or anyway, it's not about you. Let's just put it there, okay? All right, so this individual, there we go. Yeah, what you should know about this individual with this Swords of Upright is the fact that their worries and their anxieties never go away. And that is something that puts pressure on them, and it makes them mean, and it makes them stagnant, and it makes them a control freak, because they want everything in line, and they want to sleep when they fucking want. They want to breathe when they want, but they don't want to work on themselves. That's just it. And Aries, you need somebody who wants to fucking work on themselves. You need someone to grow with. So fuck them. Fuck them. I'm just saying, okay? It was nearing an end anyway. All right. Potential outcome is this Lovers in reverse. Again, break up. Duh. You knew that already, though. All right. So the whole outcome here is that there is a fear of commitment, or a fear of change, or a fear of shift or transition. That is the bottom line. There was a power struggle, whether you fucking know it or not. There was a power struggle, and they leaned on them own selves. They don't, the power struggle had nothing to do with you probably, but they don't feel the same. There it is. They don't. I'm sorry. If I could punch them right in the earth face, I would. Okay. All right, Aries. Better luck next time. Get yourself going, moving on. Do not text them back, and do not try and call them girl or boy or they or them or whomever. Do not call them. Do not enter. And I think it's they and them. Okay. If you know, let me know. All right, we're going to move on to Taurus. We're going to find out why Taurus got ghosted. Taurus, why did you get ghosted? We're going to find out. Okay, here we go. 2 more shuffles. Find out why, a little bit about that person and you, and we're going to find out more about the situation and some things that you could do to make yourself feel better. But there's some things that you need to know, Taurus, that this person whom you thought, was so grand, it's just the bottom line is this. They ghosted, so we got to figure it out why. We do. And there's a lot of things you don't know. Last one. That was it. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're finding out about you and about them. And we're going to find out the reason for ghosting. Okay. All right. So they are a Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Taurus. Okay. Okay. So you were the Three of Swords, and that is upright. So you were caught off guard in the situation, and you were probably caught off guard when they actually just kind of like took off anyway. Okay. So you tell yourself anything anyway to make yourself like this individual or to want to hang out with this individual. And this is just heartbreak. And you can overcome it, but there's a betrayal here. There was a betrayal, and you might have stayed in it, and you were caught off guard. And it's just like, it was like a union of bullshit, a whole fucking combination of bullshit on top of bullshit. That's what you were gaining. Yeah, it was just a huge curveball, but you knew it was there. You knew it all along because you're a Taurus. And you knew, okay? I'm just going to say, you knew about it. All right. So when it comes to your Sagittarius, or even just like Sagittarius or a fire sign, yeah, they weren't doing very well in this relationship. This is the Temperance. This is in reverse. So this is just someone who just didn't really care. And they were just kind of like, there. They didn't have too much involved. It doesn't feel like there was like a whole bunch of giving from them, even though it feels like it was said. So there was like a clash, there was some kind of a clash or some kind of a situation in which the eagerness was too much. There was too much coming from the earth sign or vice versa, but there was an eagerness, that energy, that like, look at me, call me, text me, be around me, blah, blah, blah. Like it was just too much. Okay. It was just too much. And it took somebody off guard here. What you need to know, the reason for the ghosting is there was just too much worry. There's too much worry about it. There's just too many anxieties about it. This is this Nine of Swords that is in reverse. Something that would keep you up at night. Something that would make you sick. It's like this relationship was just exhausting. And it was just something like, maybe they were getting sick because of it. Who knows? But that is the reason here for the ghosting. So we're going to find out a little bit about feeling better, how we can feel better to get out of this situation. What are some things that we really need to know here, and a potential outcome, likely potential outcome, whatever. This is the end of an old cycle, though. So this is something that is definitely going to be needing to end here. And this is going to make a huge impact on your life. There's a couple major arcanas here, but you don't want to hold on to the past. So even if, they were here, like a month ago, it's just like, fuck it, and move on. Come on, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Please. But don't fear what it is. You cannot fear what happened here. Because it happened, and we need to know that. We need to know that it happened, and we need to embrace, even if it's a bunch of shit we don't want to deal with, we need to embrace it. And if you don't embrace it, Taurus, guess what's going to happen to you? That's right. You're just going to keep getting hit with curveballs because I didn't know. Oh my God, I didn't see it coming. Yes, you did. Okay. All right. So some things that you can actually do to make sure that you're taking care of yourself right now and not feeling overwhelmed with the situation is just drop it. That's all you can do. Stop focusing. Stop scattering yourself to the winds over something of this nature. Like, don't deal with this person anymore and stop with the heavy expectations. Heavy expectations are really going to fuck you up, especially when you think that somebody is a butterfly and they're not a fucking butterfly. They turn out to be, radioactive, or they turn out to be some type of poison in an apple. Like, that's really going to fuck you up. So stop it, Taurus. Okay. It's a letdown, but try not to let it let you down. You need to be over it. Because, this lack of not over it, that's really fucking you up too. Likely outcome here is just, there was a cloud of judgment. Okay. There's a loss of passion. You clouded your judgment. You clouded what you were seeing, and you cooked forth. You actually passed the expiration date of their bullshit, and then they ghosted you. So they had no truth. They lost the passion in the situation. They didn't take care of you, and they wouldn't make a choice anyway. And you literally allowed this to enter your life and to, it was like the person was telling you, they were screaming at you that they didn't like you. And yet you stayed. And then they ghosted you. Taurus, come on. Well, that's the likely outcome. That is what happened here. And it was uninteresting. It was unintended for your side of things. But when there's a truth here, stop ignoring it. So next time you get into a relationship, Mr. or Mrs. Bull, make sure that you are listening to your intuition. And if it starts screaming, hey, this person's an asshole, run. Okay, let's move on. We're going to get into, what are we on? Let's do Gemini, and then I got to call it quits until later today. All right, Gemini, when did you get ghosted? Tarot needs you to know that there are some things you need to know here. There's some information that you could utilize for getting out of it, getting out of that bullshit feeling. And there's some things that you can utilize as far as like knowing why did they ghost you, okay? There it is, right there. Okay, got the star that is upright. Eight of Swords, that is upright, and we have our Page of Wands that is in reverse. You got the star of upright. You're very positive about the relationship. You were very optimistic. You felt like that it was not ideal or inspirational, but yet it was there. That feeling was there. It was an ideal love feeling. It was like you thought it was something maybe. Okay, let's just keep going. But you were optimistic. Let's just say that, okay? This Eight of Swords upright is indicating definitely an Aquarius. This could be an air sign also. So that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But specifically could be an Aquarius. I'm getting that definitely right here. Kind of a moody individual, yeah? They were over it. They wanted to break up. They're over it. They're at their ends. They were at their wits' ends. And you were kind of like in the middle of, the shenanigans. You were like in the place where, there was uniting, there was growth. But it was just like, you were like, yeah, I mean, I'm good. I'm optimistic about it. But they were like, no. They don't know. And, they want to be alone. They want to be left the fuck alone. There was too much of a challenge here. It was too frustrating for them. It was just too much. This person literally went and blindfolded themselves and put themselves up by a bunch of swords. Okay, do you see the agony? This person didn't want none of it. Okay, they're like, no more. I give up. I don't even know who you are. Okay, I'm just kidding that part, but yeah, no, that's kind of how they are though. Their reason for ghosting is they're very impatient. There was too playful of a nature here, and they were like very much like yes in the situation, but it was just they were too impatient to deal with whatever it was that you had. So you guys were like having a good time, but there was a bunch of real shit that kept hitting you, like waves of real shit just ramming into the boat there. And this person was like, fuck that, I'm out. But they were like into it. But it's just like they're just too childlike. They're playing. Okay, let them play. Let them play. We all had our chance to play. Let them play. High Priestess. That is our how to kind of feel better type thing. What we should know here. Tarot wants you to know that the breakups here was due to lack of harmony. That would definitely make sense to me anyway. There was too much tension. There was too much uncertainty. There was too much grown-upness. There was a conflict of grown-upness here. And the fear of commitment added on to that. So the playfulness went out the fucking windows and this person jumped ship. They jumped ship. But some things that you can actually do to make yourself feel better. This is that High Priestess, okay? This is fear of how you feel. Stop fearing it. This is time for the future. The future is ready for you. The future is like, come here. I'll take care of you. Okay? But you're just like, yeah, I'm too scared. You have to feel in order to move forward in the future. The real life, you have to, in the register, at the register at the, Walmart, you're in line. And can you imagine if you just stood there too scared to walk ahead because you didn't want to go up to the register and feel the price? Like, stop it. You have to feel shit. You got to stop ignoring the fact that you're a human. Okay. All right. So potential outcome here is just, this was full of dishonesty here. Okay. You would be living in denial if you thought this was the truth, but that's what it is. You're just the potential outcome here is you just not accepting the truth, but you need to accept the truth. In order to do that, you need to feel this bullshit, get through it and accept it. Okay. Yeah. But this is the time is run. And you blame, of course, there's blame here, and you feel like it's unfair and it was not the time for this and blah, blah, blah. Bottom line, feel your emotion, feel that you're human so that you can move forward in line and you can get ahead and find acceptance, okay? Book this ghost too, along with the other ones, all right? All righty. I gotta go pick up children from school. I'll be back. I'm gonna be doing, what are we on next? Gemini, Cancer? I don't even know at the moment. My head is spinning. Cancer. Okay, so we'll Cancer on. Okay, Cancer, and then we'll finish up. All right, so that is the ugliness of having kids in school. I gotta go pick them up. All right, remember to hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Also, if you would, please share and like and follow on those social media links in the description box. When you subscribe to Hangman Tarot, you will come back for all your future tarot card readings. I do personal readings. If you would like, just hit me up. And all those social media links, they all have messages. You can also hit me up here in comments. Please, if you have any requests for any more tarot readings, please let me know. Other than that, I hope you all have a beautiful, unghosted Thursday. See you later.